Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, a home of the Eagles. Well, we had some equipment issues making us unable to bring you game number one between the Thomas University Nighthawks and the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Hopefully those are worked out now, and we'll be able to do all the game two without too much of a hassle. I'm Ray Bureau. Thank you for joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube as we get ready for the nightcap between the Nighthawks and the Eagles. Thomas University won the first ball game today by a score of 12-0. And the big blast was a two-run homer by Jake Bryan in the third. At that point, made it a 5-0 ball game, and Austin Reed had himself 4 base hits, including 3 doubles, and he also scored 4 times as well. Try to get you a little more information as we're able to do so. The batting order for the Nighthawks in game number 2, the leadoff hitter is a shortstop, Luis Martinez. Batting second in center field, Rodwell Munoz. Batting third, playing third base, Brad Toxin. The cleanup hitter is a left fielder, Maury Gonzalez. Jake Bryan, who homered in the first game, he's at first base. He'll bat fifth. The designated hitter is Victor Torrero. He's batting sixth. Batting seventh in right field is Christian Sweat. Batting eighth behind the plate for game 2, Ethan Krisen. And batting ninth, playing second base, number 1, Noah Patterson. Trinity Baptist will start this game with Carson Uverard on the mound, the left-handed sophomore. He's going to get the start here in game number 2. Uverard, 1 win. Check that. 1 appearance so far on the season, and all zeros across the board on the line. The Eagles are 1-3 so far on the season. They got a win against Columbia International University, game number 1 of this past Saturday's doubleheader. The Nighthawks, with their win this afternoon, now 5-6 on this 2020 season, and our first pitch coming in just a moment. Leading off will be the shortstop, Luis Martinez. He had a double, a walk, an RBI single, and another walk, and a ground out in game 1. And game 2 is underway with a first pitch fastball strike on the outside corner. Winning pitcher for the Nighthawks in game 1, Owen Simmons, with 4 scoreless innings, allowed 4 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Here's the 0-1 from Uverard, a line drive right up the middle. And just as the Nighthawks did in the first game, they get the leadoff hitter aboard. And it brings up the center fielder, Rodwell Munoz. And the center fielder, Munoz, had a base hit and an RBI in game number 1. In fact, he did that twice. Also laid down a sac bunt, so 2 for 4 with a couple of runs driven in for Rodwell Munoz in game number 1. Unfortunately, the Thomas Nighthawks stat page not quite working, so we're unable to get the season totals to you, but at least we can let you know how they did earlier. Uverard, the lefty, looks at the runner at first, square around a bunt, and Munoz went right through it, and that will be strike number 1. Appreciate your patience and understanding. Technology is wonderful, except when it doesn't work right. So at least we're unable to get you game 1, but still get game 2 to you here tonight. And again, hoping all is well from here on out. No balls and a strike. Uverard from the stretch delivers a really nice slow curve, and he gets the plate for strike number 1. Martinez led off with a base hit. He's at first. Second batter of the ball game, Rodwell Munoz at the plate. And the pitch is a fastball low and inside, making the count 2 balls and a strike. Uverard takes a long look in. Munoz back in the box. Everybody's set. Good lead off first, and the pitch is up and away. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carson Uverard on the mound for Coach John Copeland. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and that fills up the count. Coach John Copeland in his 6th season here at Trinity Baptist College. There's a pop-up right back overhead, and that's going to be out of play. Heads up, everybody, as that one bangs off the bleachers only about 10 feet away. I thought that was all the way over the bleachers. It had some backspin toward the field of play. Head coach of the Nighthawks, Mr. Tom Fleenor. Assisted by Eric Fox and Boo Taylor. John Shiver, the assistant coach for John Copeland here at Trinity Baptist. Payoff pitch instead to toss over to first, and the runner's back in plenty of time. Three balls, two strikes. Uverard works from the stretch, and the payoff pitch swung on and missed. He got him. That is out number 1. With the runner at first, here comes the third baseman, Brad Toxin. Brad had a couple of hits in 4 official at-bats, also reached base on a hit batsman in game number 1, drove in a run in the first inning, the first run of the ball game, so he got the official game-winning hit for the Thomas University Nighthawks. Runner at first, 1 out, runner's going, throw over to first, Van Sickle comes off the bag, throws to second, and they got him. That'll go as a caught stealing 2-6 on the putout. And a leadoff hit is erased. An excellent move to first. And now there's a discussion between the first base coach and the first base umpire, but nothing comes of that conference over near the first base bag. An excellent job by Van Sickle coming off the base and making a perfect throw to get the speedy Luis Martinez. So 2 outs, base is empty, no count on Brad Toxin. Uverard can now wind up and make the pitch, a fastball that misses low and away. So 1 ball, no strikes. Again, the Eagles split the doubleheader with Columbia International University this past Saturday. One game, won 8-6. The Rams of CIU won game 2 by the same final score. Here's the 1-0, and this one a good swing by Toxin, and he fouls this one straight back. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Eagles will visit NCAA Division II Payne College this weekend. A Friday afternoon single affair and then a doubleheader Saturday afternoon. Here's the 1-1, and a curveball just misses a little bit low. Broke a little bit too soon, and it's 2-1. The next home games are February 21st and 22nd against NAIA Voorhees College. Eagles are going to be busy on the road all season long. Here's a 2-1, and a breaking ball that broke a little bit late and around the plate, making it 3-1. Meanwhile, the Nighthawks, they're going to have a tough one coming up on Valentine's Day. They are playing Southeastern University. That's a home game for the Nighthawks, but Southeastern, one of the best NAIAs in the entire country. Fastball misses outside, and the 2-out walk puts Toxin aboard. First walk of the ball game issued by Carson Uverard. Thomas will also play Southeastern twice on Saturday afternoon. Friday night is a 6 p.m. home game, and the doubleheader on Saturday begins at noon with Game 2 scheduled for around 3 o'clock. Maury Gonzalez, the left fielder, steps in. Hit by a pitch and scored a run in Game 1, but officially 0 for 4. Throw over to first in the dirt. Dug out by the Jacksonville native, Will Van Sickle. Nighthawks will then host Talladega from Alabama at Thomasville, February 21st and 22nd. There's a fastball right at the knees from Uverard. No balls and a strike. A leadoff single, a strikeout, and a caught stealing and a walk. That's been it so far in case you're just now joining us. 12-0 Nighthawks in game number 1. Another throw over to first. This one a little bit closer, but the runner is back in plenty of time. So count remains no balls and a strike. Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter, digs in against the southpaw, and the pitch is chopped towards the hole. Van Sickle cuts it off, and he'll have an easy play unassisted to the bag to retire the side. A hit, but a caught stealing erases it. After a half inning of play, we have no score. Bottom of the first coming up, and here's the batting order for the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. A leadoff hitter is in left field. That is Christian Amlong. Batting second, newcomer Kai Hudson. He's playing shortstop. Freshman Parker Laffery will bat third. He's in right field. Christian Draper playing second base, one of our 3 seniors on the roster. So is David Cavedo, the number 5 hitter, the designated hitter. Will Van Sickle will play first base. Sophomore will bat 6th. Sophomore Jordan Almodovar behind the plate. He will bat 7th. Josh Wharton, newcomer to the TBC Eagles. He's batting 8th and playing third base. And another newcomer, Clayton Powell, will round off the batting order. He is in center field. And the Eagles are going to face Clayton Faircloth for the Thomas University Nighthawks. Christian Amlong had some tough luck in game number 1. He hit the ball hard 3 times, ended up 1 for 3. The other 2 times up, Thomas defense made some nice plays as the ball was hit hard right at a third baseman both times, a shortstop once rather, and a third baseman. Amlong usually makes good solid contact, getting his first look at Faircloth, and the first pitch is a fastball right down the middle, and that is strike 1. Amlong, a very tough luck hitter a year ago, did the same thing all season long. Got some really hard balls, always going right at players. That one misses outside, and the count is even up at a ball and a strike. Faircloth winds and delivers, works pretty quickly, and this one is fouled off to the right side. Great to know that spring training is opening up this week for some teams. Pitchers and catchers report tomorrow. Rest of the teams by the end of the week. And that breaking ball got away from Faircloth. Got a piece of Amlong, and the Eagles have their first base runner of the ball game. Kai Hudson, the shortstop, steps in with a leadoff hitter with good speed aboard. Hudson earlier today, again, hit the ball hard 3 times. 2 line drives caught, and a 1 hopper that went for a double play, so nothing out of 3. Eagles did hit the ball very well in game 1, but just had some trouble finding holes. First pitch missed a little bit inside to Kai Hudson. Hudson's made really good contact in his first few opportunities with the Eagles. Batting an even .400, 4 out of 10. Swing and a miss. Count even up at 1-1. No homers for Hudson, but he has driven in a couple of runs. Here's a 1-1. Amlong with the lead, and the fastball misses downstairs, and Amlong is getting a terrific secondary lead off first as well. 2 balls and a strike. Faircloth gets a long look, checks the runner, Good lead, but not excessive. And the 2-1 on the way, and a good swing by Hudson, and he fouls this one straight back. So the count even at 2-2. Tomorrow afternoon, the softball team is home against Jacksonville's own Edward Waters College. Doubleheader starts at 5 p.m. We do plan to bring that to you here on TBC Eagles. There's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner. And that is out number 1. Not sure Hudson agreed, but that is strike 3. Parker Lafferty steps in with Amlong at first, hit by a pitch, and now 1 out. Lafferty was 1 for 3 in the opener. Base hit into right his first time up. Couple of balls caught. Here's the first pitch into dirt, and it gets away, and that's allowing Amlong into second base. He takes a big turn, heading toward third. The throw is not in time. That's going to be a 2-base wild pitch for Faircloth, and Amlong took a risk, and it paid off. The throw was close as far as timing, but to the wrong side of the bag, or that play would have been very, very tight at third base. But the Eagles have a runner at third with 1 out, and some contact could get a run home. The middle infielders will play back. Martinez at short, Patterson at second, Bryan at first. And third baseman also tight, that's Brad Toxin. That one gets away, but not far enough. Amlong took an aggressive hop toward the plate, put on the brakes. Ethan Crizzen, we didn't see him at all in game 1. He's behind the plate in the nightcap. Got on top of that one quickly to keep the runner at third. 2 balls, no strikes. Potential go-ahead run 90 feet away. 1 out for Parker Lafferty. And the pitch, this one is low and inside. Lafferty coming into today's play, 3 out of 4 on the season. Couple of runs driven in as well. 3 balls, no strikes, and he takes a fastball on the inside corner, taking all the way. Just looking for a pitch to put into the outfield, somehow get the run home from third. Now 3-1. Faircloth delivers, and a good rip, but a little bit late on it, and the count is full. That went off to the right side. Hakeem Bethelmy is our cameraman here tonight. My son Dean usually works the camera, but right now he's on his way home from calculus class. I'm sure he'd much rather be here running the camera than dealing with derivatives. And there's a chopper towards Bryan at first. He's going to look the runner back, and a close play at first, but that is out number 2. Jake Bryan made the play, made sure Amlong stayed put, and then beat the runner to the bag. So 2 outs and the runner at third. Going to take a base hit to drive in the run now. Christian Draper at the plate. He is 4 for 10 with an RBI so far this season. He's also drawn a walk. Usually a good contact hitter. Now all 4 infielders able to play back and get the third out. Here's the first pitch and a curveball in there for a strike. Umpire so far giving the pitchers the inside corner. He's been consistent through the first inning and 2/3. No balls and a strike, and Faircloth delivers, and that one got the call, making it no balls, 2 strikes. Very generous inside corner. So Draper in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Faircloth takes a long look in, works from the stretch with the runner at third, and delivers the 0-2 and misses outside. Well, he got the inside corner, now trying to see how far he'll get on the outside. Draper didn't bite, and the count is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, the pitch. Check swing, and Draper held up in time. So the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amlog is getting some good hops off third base. That ball gets away. He might have a chance to score. And Fairclough with the 2-2. Check swing on the inner half, and this time did not get the call. So the count is full. Eagles have shown some good patience at the plate in this first inning. Clayton Fairclough ready with the payoff pitch. Ball 4 misses downstairs. So hit batsman and a walk have accounted for the 2 base runners. And big DQ David Quevedo, the senior, the designated hitter at the plate. Runners at the corners, but there are 2 outs. Good look down at Coach John Copeland for the signs. Good speed on the bases. Both Amlong and Draper can run. Fairclough has runners at the corners. The first pitch to Quevedo. Fastball in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And Fairclough from the stretch misses downstairs. Now he's changing his timing that it takes to get to the plate. That way the hitter doesn't pick up any patterns. He'll go quickly sometimes, and he'll take his time on other pitches. Keep the hitter guessing, keep the hitter off balance. Draper getting a modest lead at first, but a good secondary. Amlong not being held on at third. Here's a curveball that misses the inside corner. And DQ ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Same situation with the leads at the corners. A 2-1 swung on and missed. Quevedo gave that one a rip. And it's 2-2. Women's and men's basketball have their regular season home finales this Thursday night. The ladies tip off at 5, the gentlemen at 7. Both teams will play Johnson University of Florida. The 2-2. High pop foul out of play. Eagles, both the men's and the women's teams, coming off big wins against South Region opponent Trinity College of Florida this past Saturday. Selena Perez, 8 3-point shots for the Lady Eagles. The gentleman came away with a big win as well. Here's a 2-2. Curveball grounded hard towards short, but that's going to be bobbled and flipped to second, and that will retire the side. Another hard hit ball for the Eagles right at somebody. Trinity Baptist gets 2 men aboard, a hit batsman and a walk, but do not score, and after 1, we have no score. Jake Bryan at the plate for the TU Nighthawks, and Bryan had himself a big game. A 2-run homer in the 3rd inning of game number 1. Got himself a base hit, and then his pinch runner scored a run in the 6th. He re-entered to finish it off, however, and he's back at the plate First at bat of the nightcap, and another long fly ball, well hit towards left, and this one is gone. That's his second home run of the night, and that makes it a 1-0 game in favor of the Nighthawks. So one pitch and a leadoff home run for Jake Bryan. Thomas dropped out in front early in game one as well. They got themselves a run in the first, and this time a run in the second, and no doubt about that one from Jake Bryan. His second of the day. Victor Torrero, the designated hitter. Tell you what he did in a moment earlier in the ball game. Earlier in game number one. There's a high fly ball. Medium depth in center field. That's going to hang up there for Clayton Powell for out number one. Torrero played right field earlier today. Had himself a base hit and a walk in 3 trips to the plate, so officially 1 for 2. Christian Sweat made a pinch running appearance earlier this afternoon, now getting to start in game 2. He's in right field, batting 7th for the Nighthawks. 1 out, Uverard ready, and here's the pitch, and a breaking ball that misses outside. Jordan Almodovar, the battery mate of Carson Uverard, both sophomores here at Trinity Baptist College. 1 ball, no strikes. Uverard working quickly, and a fastball catches the inside corner. And again, the umpire giving that inside corner to both pitchers. Once the pitchers know where they're going to get the calls, all they ask for is consistency, and we've seen that so far tonight. Here's the 1-1, square around a bunt, and right through it goes Sweat. 1-2. We saw that earlier in game number 1 as well. The umpires did a terrific job both behind the plate and on the base paths. Josh Wharton getting a start at third base. He made an appearance late in game 1. He's starting game 2, and a quick windup and a pitch down the left field line, and that one is foul. Wharton came in defensively late in the ball game, got himself an at-bat as well, and now he gets the start here in the nightcap. Kai Hudson at short, Christian Draper the second baseman, and Will Van Sickle at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this one fouled off. Kristen Amlong is in left field. Clayton Powell in center, and Parker Lafferty in right for the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Hey, the softball team got a split at NCAA Division II Fort Valley State this past weekend. Here is the pitch, and this one misses downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Courtney Bird got the game-winning double in game number 2. That put the Eagles ahead, and they eventually won the second ball game 5-4. Come from behind victory against NCAA Fort Valley State. Here's a fastball that catches the inside corner, and that is strike 3. Sweat looked like he did not agree with that call, but that is out number 2. So after the leadoff homer, Uverard was able to get Torrero on a fly ball and catch Christian Sweat looking. Now making his first at-bat of the day, here's the catcher, Ethan Crizen. No action in the opener. Starting catcher here in the nightcap. Uverard winds and delivers a curveball that misses down low for ball 1. Ethan Crizen, he is a freshman from Northport, Florida, enjoying his first season with the TU Nighthawks. Here's Uverard's pitch, and this one is popped up over near the dugout. Van Sickle has some room, falls down and unable to hold on to the ball, and that one looked like it tailed away from the big man at the last instant. That is a break for Crizzen, and he's back in the box with a count of 1-1. Balls popped up that high typically get a whole lot of backspin on them, and it's a tough play. Van Sickle did a lot of pitching last year. Didn't see much action in the field. He's been the starting first baseman so far in every ball game for Coach Copeland this season. Here's the 1-1 and a fastball just a little bit off the outside corner. Jake Bryan, who has a couple of homers today. Big man, a senior, 6'4", 285 from Wauchula, Florida. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty, and the pitch, a curveball. Uverard does not get the call, and he's giving the umpire a hard look in now. He's trying to find out where that one missed. All the umpire's saying is it's 3-1. So Crizzen ahead in the count. Uverard takes a long look in. He's ready. Here comes a 3-1. Fastball, line drive. Going to be cut off by Hudson. Throw to first, and that retires a side. For a moment, it looked like that ball was ticketed towards center field, but once it hit the ground, it slowed down, and Hudson, as he's done so far in the early going, has made a terrific play, and that retires a side. The leadoff homer by Jake Bryan, and then 3 in a row put down by Uverard. So we go to the bottom of the second with the Nighthawks leading 1-0. Bottom of the second coming up, and hitters 6, 7, and 8 are the scheduled batsmen for the Eagles. That's Will Van Sickle, Jordan Almodovar, and Josh Wharton. 1-0 in favor of the Nighthawks. I'm Ray Bureau. Hakeem Bethelmy working the camera for us here tonight. Dean will be back with us tomorrow afternoon for the softball game against Edward Waters College. And the Lady Tigers just put a hurting on Payne College over this past weekend. They won both ball games of that doubleheader, 16-0 and 20-0. And they're coming over here tomorrow afternoon on the softball field. Will Van Sickle at the plate facing Clayton Freeman. And a first pitch swing and a miss. Clayton Faircloth didn't allow a hit in the first, but he did allow 2 base runners, a hit batsman and a walk. No balls and a strike. The hard-throwing right-hander misses downstairs to even up the count. Van Sickle, nothing out of 3 in game number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Faircloth delivers and misses well out of the zone this time. Will Van Sickle came into today's play 2 for 6 on the season. Here's a 2-1. Check swing as the ball dipped down out of the zone, and Van Sickle well ahead now, 3 balls and a strike. Almodovar waiting on deck for his first opportunity to swing the bat today. Here's a pitch and a good rip, but fouled off. Eagles have really swung the bat well throughout game 1 and so far in game 2. Just a bunch of tough luck, as we said earlier. Payoff pitch. Faircloth winds and delivers, and this one catches the knees, and that is strike 3. No argument from the batter, and that's one away. Second strikeout for Clayton Faircloth. Here's Jordan Almodovar, the sophomore catcher. He's 2 for 6 on the season. Has some good pop. Hits the ball to all fields, and he has a whole lot of room up the middle, especially on the pull side of the bag. Outfielders pretty much straight away. Faircloth delivers, first pitch in the dirt. Clayton Faircloth, with bases empty, has worked very quickly. He's slowed it down some and mixed up his timing with the runners on base in the first inning. 1 ball, no strikes, and a fastball fisted towards the gap in left center. That is going to be on the ground for a base hit. Almodovar takes a big turn, loses his footing, had nowhere to go anyway, and the Eagles have their first knock of the ball game. So Almodovar at first, and he'll come off. He's the catcher, so we have a courtesy runner heading over to first base. Wearing number 20 will be Xavier Delgado. Xavier's a freshman from Seven Rivers Christian School. He's done some running so far in the season and takes over for Almodovar. NAIA and NCCAA both allow courtesy runners to speed things up for the catcher and if the pitcher's batting and reaches base. Both teams tonight, as usual, electing to use the designated hitters. That first pitch misses in the dirt for ball 1. Josh Wharton at the plate. Had an at-bat in game number 1. Popped up. So 0 for 1. Here's a pitch. High fly ball. Pretty well struck, but right at the right fielder. And that's going to be caught by Christian Sweat. Wharton hit the ball pretty well, got under it just a bit, and Sweat just had to move a couple of half steps, and that was an easy play for the TU right fielder. Clayton Powell, the center fielder, the number 9 hitter at the plate. Clayton 1 for 2 earlier today, had a line drive single into right field his second time up. Runner at first. Almodovar singled his way aboard, and Xavier Delgado is the courtesy runner. That one almost got the batter. Ball 1 for Clayton Powell. 2 outs. Strikeout and a fly ball to right, sandwiched around the base hit from Almodovar. Here comes the pitch, and this one is fouled to the right side. Bryan giving chase, but unable to get there in time. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner returns to first base. 2 outs. Eagles are batting in the bottom of the second, trailing 1-0. Faircloth slows it down with the runner on base. Runner's going, the pitch is in the dirt, and there will be no throw. So a stolen base for Xavier Delgado. Runner in scoring position could tie up the ball game if Powell can get one into the outfield. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Time called. Faircloth steps off the mound. That allows Powell to step out of the box and readjust and get ready. Both gentlemen now ready for the 2-1. Delgado, pretty good lead off second, and the pitch in the dirt and a nice block by Crizzen, keeping the runner at second. Well, Crizzen pounced in one in the dirt in the first inning that made sure Christian Amlog could not score. So he's getting his body in front of the ball. It's exactly what you need to do, all you young catchers out there. Your number 1 goal on a pitch in the dirt is to block the ball. Doesn't matter how you do it. Get your body in front. Keep the ball in front of you. Here's a 3-1. High fly ball, right center field, hit really well. However, it's going to hang up, and right fielder Christian Sweat Back deep, makes the play, and that ends the inning. A well-struck ball, a base hit, and a runner left stranded at second base. And after 2, Thomas 1, TBC nothing. After 2, the Nighthawks lead 1-0, trying to sweep the doubleheader. Trinity Baptist looking to salvage a split. Noah Patterson, the second baseman, will lead off. He's a number 9 hitter. Top of the order, Luis Martinez and Rodwell Munoz are due up next. So 9-1-2 facing Carson Uverod. 2 innings, 1 run, couple of hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Here is a first pitch and a square around a bunt. And he goes right through it. No balls and a strike. First appearance of the day for Noah Patterson. Didn't see any action in the first game. Gets the start at second base in game 2. Uverard gets the sign. Lefty winds and delivers. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. A good hard fastball. Count even at 1-1. Hello, Alfred Smith cheering on the Eagles. Steve Smith, it's a 1-0 ball game in favor of Thomas. Dozier's 10. Answer your question in just a moment. As that one misses downstairs. We had some equipment problems earlier in the day, and that's the reason we were unable to bring you game number 1. Got that straightened out in time for the nightcap. We do appreciate your checking in and letting us know that you're there. T-Static 22 and Rocky Munoz. Thanks for letting us know you're watching. As this pitch missed outside and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Uverard, the payoff pitch. Fastball just a bit outside. He singled right up the middle to lead off the ball game, then was caught stealing as Uverard got him at first. Van Sickle made the play, so a 1-2-6 putout. Runner at first, nobody out. Bluffs going towards second. Uverard able to make the throw to put the runner back on the bag. Now the first pitch to Martinez. This one chopped right in front of the plate, but it hit off the foot, I believe, of Martinez. So the foul ball makes it a count of no balls and a strike. Absolutely beautiful here on the west side tonight. Friday night, we were in the 40s. My big heavy jacket wasn't quite enough, and we Floridians, we're not used to that. Right now, it is in the mid-60s. And like I said, it's gorgeous out here on this Tuesday night. Here's the 0-1. Got a man leaning, but the throw a little bit off the mark. And Patterson's able to get back ahead of the tag. Good move. Caught the runner. Throw missed its target, however. That allowed Patterson to beat the tag by Van Sickle. So no balls and a strike. And here's a pitch, square around, bunt right back to the box. Uverard looks at second, throws to first. Very close play, but they got him. That'll go as a sacrifice bunt, 1-4 on the putout. Advances Patterson into scoring position. One away for the center fielder, the number 2 hitter, Rodwell Munoz. He struck out swinging his first time up. Runner at second, Noah Patterson led off the inning with the walk, just advanced on the sacrifice bunt. Uverard delivers, and it's downstairs in the dirt. Good stop by Almodovar to keep the runner at second base. Long look in by the southpaw. A lot of room in right center. Munoz able to shoot one that way. Here's a pitch and another one in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Can't worry too much about the runner on base. You have a batter who can do a lot more damage at the plate. And now Munoz ahead in the count. Heart of the batting order waiting next. Toxin and Gonzalez. Here comes the 2-0. And this one misses low and inside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. This one is taken on the inside corner. Looked like Munoz was taking all the way. It's 3-1. Clayton Powell in center field playing the hitter to pull. Right fielder Parker Lafferty giving a lot of room in the gap as well. Here's a 3-1. Strike 2 called on the corner. Munoz started to step toward first just in case. He'll get back in the box with a full count. Three balls, two strikes. Uverard checks the runner and the payoff on the way, and this one is fouled off and out of play. Good contact by Munoz. He kept his hands back, was out in front a little bit, but because he didn't commit too quickly, he was able to get a piece of it and stay alive. So another payoff pitch on the way. Long look, and the 3-2, high pop-up, shallow center field. In fact, a little closer to the infield than it looked like at first, and Kai Hudson calls off Clayton Powell and makes the catch. So 2 outs, and it brings up Brad Toxin, the number 3 man, third baseman. He's no official at-bat so far, drew a walk in the first. Has a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Kristen Draper holding the runner close at second. He'll pounce back into position. Powell playing the hitter to pull in center, and the pitch, a foul tip right into the mitt. So no balls and a strike. Toxin digs in. And a pitch, ground ball towards third. Wharton plays the hop, throw is low, but dug out by Van Sickle on a nice play to retire the side. A leadoff walk and a sacrifice bunt, but the runner is left at second base, and we go to the bottom of the third with the Nighthawks leading 1-0. Bottom of the third, and the Eagles have the top of the order. Amlong, Hudson, and Laffery facing Clayton Faircloth, who was allowed only one hit and a walk and a hit batsman through the first two. He has struck out 2 batters. Amlong led off the ball game getting hit by a pitch, and he advanced to third from first to third on the same wild pitch. It was a 2-base wild pitch, but then he was left stranded there at third base. Good job by Faircloth to get out of the inning without the runs scoring. First pitch is a curveball, and a good one that catches the inside corner. Faircloth hasn't put too many over the heart of the plate. He's hit both corners very well in the early going. The 0-1, this one misses low. 7-inning ball game, as they all are in college doubleheaders. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball had some dip to it, and Amlong was over the top. Good movement on the sinking fastball from Clayton Faircloth. One ball, 2 strikes. That one just off the outside corner. Faircloth wanted the call. Again, though, the umpire's given the same zone to both pitchers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's been generous inside, not so much on the outer half. And the 2-2, curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner. So Faircloth gets his 3rd strikeout. Catches Amlong looking, and it brings up Kai Hudson, who was a strikeout victim in the first. First pitch from Faircloth, a fastball a little bit low. One ball, no strikes, and this one is downstairs. Clayton Faircloth, a senior from Palatka, Florida, not too far away from Jacksonville, about an hour-and-a-half drive, if that much. Right down Highway 17. Here's the 2-0. This one downstairs. Got away from the catcher, but nobody on base. And Hudson way ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch, Hudson taking all the way, and it's 3-1. One out, base is empty. Faircloth winds and delivers, and a pop-up. This one's going to get out of play. Tomorrow afternoon for the softball game, supposed to be just as nice according to the weather forecast. Mid-80s throughout the afternoon, then cooling down into the 70s during game time. We start at 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow as the Lady Eagles take on the Edward Waters College Tigers. Doubleheader beginning at 5 p.m. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Line drive. That's going to hit the ground. Knocked down, picked up, throw to first. Close play, and they got him. Noah Patterson recovered the throw in the dirt, but Jake Bryan dug it out and kept his foot on the bag. So good job by Patterson getting back to the ball and getting off the throw, and then by Jake Bryan with the dig, and that's out number 2. Parker Laffery grounded to Bryan at first base, his first time up. Bryan made a good play to look the runner back at third before stepping on the bag, and that first pitch misses low and away. Again, the men's and the women's basketball team finishes up the home portion of the schedule this Thursday night. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt for ball 2. Then the Eagles basketball teams will both travel to Toccoa Falls College on February 20th and then end the regular season at Bob Jones University on February 22nd. That's Thursday and Saturday of next week. Pretty soon these hitters are going to have to realize pitchers on both sides are getting the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty to Parker Lafferty. Here is the pitch, line drive, foul, out of play. Both men's and women's basketball tournaments will be at Bob Jones University beginning on February 27th. The gentlemen were scheduled to play at Toccoa Falls College, but just this week that tournament got moved to Greenville, South Carolina. Here's a 2-2. And a high chopper off the plate, right back to the pitcher. Faircloth makes a good, strong throw to first to end the inning. Faircloth gets the Eagles in order, and after 3, it's 1-0 Thomas. Top of the 4th, a very fast-paced first 3 innings. Thomas leads 1-0 on the solo homer from Jake Bryan, who's due up second in this inning. It is 4, 5, and 6, Gonzalez, Bryan, and Torrero. Carson Uverard, other than the home run, has done a really nice job. He's allowed just the 1 run on a couple of hits, walked 2 and struck out 1. So leading off the inning will be the cleanup hitter, Mari Gonzalez. Uverard, a sophomore from Eagle Lake, Florida, gets ready to start his 4th inning of work. Lefty on lefty, and the first pitch, breaking ball that misses outside. Lake Region High School in Eagle Lake, Florida is where Carson did his high school pitching. Here's the 1-0, and a fastball that misses outside for ball 2. Neither team has committed an error at any point today. Good solid defense on both sides through 10 innings. Here is the 2-0 and a chopper foul down the right side. Count of 2 balls and a strike. Gonzalez grounded out first baseman unassisted to end the first inning, so nothing out of 1. Time called. Gonzalez wants to readjust. He's ready. Wharton even with the bag at third. Rest of the infield back deep. Here comes the 2-1. And a fastball misses high and tight. And now Gonzalez in the driver's seat at 3-1. Here's a 3-1, and this one is in the dirt, and a leadoff walk for the Nighthawks. Good eye by Carson Uverard at the plate. That's the 3rd allowed from Uverard. Gonzalez at the plate, rather. And Jake Bryan at the plate once again, this time with a man on. He had a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning earlier today and a solo shot in the 2nd of this one. 1 for 1 with that home run. Only run of the ball game thus far, and the first pitch is in the dirt and blocked by Almodovar. Gonzalez got a couple of really good hops off the bag, but Almodovar was able to force him back to the base. One ball, no strikes. And a throw over to first, but nothing doing in the form of Mari Gonzalez. Uverard caught one man, had a chance at a second. And now a bigger lead by the runner at first. Gonzalez not fazed by the lefty on the mound as this chopper goes foul down the left side. Count even at a ball and a strike. Jake Bryan, we mentioned earlier, a big guy. 285, 6'4" senior. Congratulations, Jake. Getting ready to graduate in a couple of months. Here comes the 1-1. And a high fly ball deep towards center field. This one is back and it is gone. That's the second home run of this game and the third on the day for Jake Bryan. And Thomas leads now 3-0. So the leadoff walk comes back to score. Jake Bryan is having himself quite a doubleheader. Like to see if he has any more, but the stats page on the Nighthawks.com site, TUNighthawks.com, just doesn't want to cooperate. Here's Victor Terrero, bases empty, nobody out. 2 runs are in. That one almost straight away center field. It's 400 feet out there. With the new netting on the fence, we don't see the feet markers, but it's 340 down each line. About 398 where the ball left. 400 straightaway center. The power alley's around 380. Here's the 1-0. This is a huge ballpark. And a curveball in there for a strike. It is bigger than some major league fields. Trinity Christian Academy, varsity, junior varsity, and junior high school teams also play on this field. We share the campus. Our TBC Eagles fans know that. Here's a 1-1, swing and a miss. Good, hard fastball by the sophomore southpaw. The Conquerors are going to start their season on February 21st, but they're going to be on the road a whole lot. Only 2 home games between now and early April. Here's a 1-2, and this one fouled straight back. Conquerors have a brand new ball coach and a brand new ball team this year as they lost 13 seniors from last year's state semifinal team to graduation. John Murphy now the coach here at Trinity Christian Academy. Gil Morales down in South Florida at Calvary Christian. We wish him all the best. Very beloved baseball coach and assistant athletic director here for 8 years. Now taking his talents, which are fabulous, down to South Florida. That one missed in the dirt, so it's 2-2. Uverard delivers, and a high fly ball towards center, about medium depth, and Powell is there to make the catch. 1 out for the right fielder, Christian Sweat. He was called out on strikes his first time up on one of those generous inside corner calls. Bases empty. Top of the 4th, 3-0 Nighthawks. All 3 runs driven in by Jake Bryan. He has gone deep twice. Here is the pitch, and this one is popped up out of play. Ooh, some very young ladies over there by the pole. That ball was pretty close. Heads up, young ladies. They get up and chase that one down. Hey, those balls aren't free. We need them back. Some of them go in the woods back there, and we'll never see them again. Here's the 0-1, and a breaking ball low and inside. You know, in the Major League games, there's a rule that says they have to have a minimum of 66 brand new unused baseballs for every game. That's a lot of money on baseballs. That's the majors. Here's the 1-1. Curveball, great pitch on the outside corner to make it 1-2. Major League Baseball not far away. The Cubs and the Cardinals are going to play in London this year. It was Yankees and Red Sox last year, and two fantastic offensive showcases. There's a ground ball towards second, and that one hit off the dirt on the mound and bounced towards Christian Draper. He was able to hang with it and make the play. 2 outs. So the London Stadium and their fans are getting the biggest rivalries in baseball. Yankees-Red Sox, probably the biggest rivalry in professional sports. And now the Cubs and Cardinals are playing there this year. Ethan Kreisen is 0 for 1, a ground ball to the shortstop, his first time up. That ended the second inning. Go Cubs, go. I'm a big Cub fan, and finally got to see them win the World Series. Hope they get another one while I'm still here on the earth. Uverard ready. His first pitch to Kreisen is fouled off. That one's headed toward those woods we talked about. Lady next to me says it did go in the woods. Well, let the kids chase it anyway. Give them some nice, good exercise. Good to see them out here having fun in this beautiful outside weather. No balls and a strike. Thomas brought a really good fouling down from Thomasville, Georgia. Here's the 0-1, and this one misses up and away. Where's Thomasville? Not an excessive distance away. Each team makes a trip to the other facility each season. Here's a 1-1 from Uverard. And there's a ground ball towards short. Picked up by Hudson. Strong throw, and this one misses the mark. Van Sickle was able to knock it down to keep the runner from advancing. And we'll have to see how that one is scored. That was a very tough play for Hudson, very close at first. Looks like they had a chance to get him, but the throw was off the mark, so that's going down as an error on the shortstop. That's the first error we've seen all day long. We're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. That'll be Randy Heller, who did that job twice in Game 1 and then later got himself an at-bat in a couple of innings in left field. So Heller, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Ethan Kreisen, who reached on the throwing error. Very nice job by Van Sickle to knock that one down to keep the runner at first. Here is a pitch. Batter squares around, lays it down, and only plays to first. Uverard's throw is into right field. That's going to allow a runner into third. And after errorless ball until this inning, 2 consecutive errors on the Eagles put runners at the corners with 2 out. Now credit Patterson with a sacrifice bunt. So no official at-bat with a sac bunt and a walk. They would have had the runner at first. There are 2 outs, so actually with 2 outs, and my mistake, no, that's bunting for a hit, so that'll go down as just an E1. Good thing I looked and saw that. Want to get that right. Leadoff hitter Martinez at the plate. First pitch misses low and away. The Nighthawks shortstop has a base hit and a sac bunt, so 1 for 1 officially here in game number 2. Has a man at third and another runner at first. 2 outs, so the infield gets the play back. Here's the 1-0. This one's in there for a strike. And an easy stolen base for Noah Patterson, a delayed steal. 2 runners in scoring position. Almodovar did the right thing, not risking a throw. Let the runner have second base. That'll also allow Uverard to work from the windup with second and third. The 1-1, check swing. And we'll see what the final call is. Looks like he held up in time. So 2 balls and a strike. Here's a 2-1, and this one misses downstairs, gets behind Almodovar. Randy Heller at third hesitated a little bit. Almodovar got to the ball quickly. 3 balls and a strike. First base is open. Here is a 3-1, and ball 4 loads up the bases. Well, the Nighthawks scored 12 in the first, won that ball game 12-0. Leading 3-0 in the 4th inning of Game 2. As we have a timeout, the bases are loaded, and there are 2 outs. Coach John Copeland heading out to the mound, so we'll pause here and resume in just a minute. The new pitcher for the Eagles, senior Jordan Broden, taking over for Carson Uverard. 3 2/3 innings, 3 runs, all earned. He is responsible for all 3 men on base. If any one of them scores, those runs will be unearned. The 2-run homer by Jake Bryan, and then 2 quick outs. Bases empty, couple of errors and a walk. And Uverard is out of the game in favor of Jordan Broden. Well, while he finishes his warm-up tosses, we know you didn't get to see game number 1. Our apologies for that. Austin Reed scored 4 times in that ball game. The Nighthawks got a run in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, capped by Jake Bryan's 2-run homer, 2 more in the 5th, and 4 in the 6th. Owen Simmons, Logan Hollyman, and Sammy Loveday combined for the shutout. Eagles starter Jacob Burr took the loss, 2 innings, 1 run. Working his way back, just getting a little warm-up here today. Jacob Burr, a fantastic pitcher. His freshman year last year, one of the best in the entire South region and NCCAA overall. At one point, he had 5 consecutive complete game victories and I believe 6 complete games in a row. Here's Broden's first pitch, and this one's going to hit the batter and bring home a run. So Munoz is hit by the pitch. He's at first. Randy Heller, the courtesy runner for the catcher, Ethan Krisen, comes in to score. Noah Patterson advances to third, and Luis Martinez to second. The run is unearned. It is charged to Uverard. At the plate, Brad Toxin. First pitch, breaking ball, misses low and away. Toxin has walked and grounded out to third. One ball, no strikes. This one is off speed and catches the outside corner to even up the count. 4-0 in favor of the Nighthawks. 1 in the second, 3 here in the fourth, and Jordan Broden trying to shut the door. A whole lot of room from center field over toward the right center gap. Here is the pitch, and this one misses the inside corner. Pitchers have been getting that call most of the night, but that one was a little too far in off the plate. Broden works from the stretch with the bases loaded. There are 2 outs. Infield is playing back. Here is the 2-1. And a breaking ball misses downstairs. 3 balls and a strike, and nowhere to put the batter. Long look in by Broden. Here's a 3-1, and this one hits the batter, and that'll bring home another one. Munoz and Toxin each get RBIs for bases loaded hit batsmen. Noah Patterson scores, and it's 5-0. Martinez to third, Munoz to second. And it's going to bring up Mari Gonzalez, the left fielder. He is grounded to first. He led off this inning with a walk and came around to score. And a big man, Brian, waits on deck. Here's the pitch. This one is a fastball for a strike. Want to get this man here because Jake Bryan has gone deep 3 times today. He's on deck. Here is the 0-1 and misses down and away, and Almodovar had to pounce on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10th man of the inning for the Nighthawks. Here's the 1-1. High fly ball towards left. Emlog lost his footing, recovered in time, and made the play. Four runs in the inning, 2 of them earned, and the bases are left loaded, and we go to the bottom of the fourth with the Nighthawks leading 5-0. Bottom of the fourth, the Eagles have the heart of the batting order. Draper, Quevedo, and Van Sickle due up, and they're going to face a new pitcher in Ryan Pierce. Ryan is a senior from Bartow, Florida. Again, he's going to face hitters 4, 5, and 6. Clayton Faircloth, 3 scoreless innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Senior Christian Draper digs in, the Eagles' second baseman and cleanup hitter. He walked his first time up. Pierce working from the stretch with the bases empty, and the first pitch is in the dirt. Looked like he tried to overthrow that one. These two teams are going to meet again in Thomasville, Georgia on March 24th. That will be Tuesday afternoon doubleheader beginning at 4 p.m. just like today. Here's the 1-0 and a fastball low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Nighthawks can put some runs on the board. So they scored 8 in a win against Faulkner just a few days ago. Swing and a miss. They won all 3 against Bruton Parker, and in 2 of those games they had 15 and 14 runs. Here is the 2-1. Misses downstairs, 3 balls and a strike. That was the last series that they played. Looked like a 4-game series against Bruton Parker, and the Nighthawks won 3 of those. Here comes a 3-1. Strike called, and that fills up the count. Little delayed call. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Draper. Here comes a payoff pitch from Ryan Pierce. Swing and a miss. And the catcher held on to the ball. Draper running, just making sure, just in case there needs to be a throw, but that's out number 1. So Ryan Pierce gets the first man he faces. And it brings up David Quevedo. DQ grounded out to the shortstop to end the first. Senior digs in. Here's the first pitch, and this one in the dirt. So 1 ball, no strikes. Understand we had a little Wi-Fi issue earlier. Hopefully that's all right. Did some adjustments. Hopefully it's been better for you. Here's the 1-0. Fastball right down the middle, taken for a strike. One ball, 1 strike. Eagles going to Payne College this coming weekend. Friday night afternoon game, rather, and a doubleheader Saturday afternoon. There's a chopper, and that one is going foul. Eagles will be on the home field again on February 21st and 22nd against Voorhees College, the NAIA Tigers, coming down to Jacksonville. We'll have those games here on TBC Eagles on YouTube, and the Friday night game on the 21st, we will also simulcast on our radio station, FM 91.7 The Truth, and online at ilovethetruth.com. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Price delivers a fastball low for ball 2. Bases empty, 1 out. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 4th, trailing 5-0. Thomas won the first game 12-0, looking to sweep the doubleheader. The Eagles looking to rally and come away with a split. Here's the 2-2 to DQ. Swung on and missed, ball in the dirt, picked up by the catcher, and a throw to first in time. That is out number 2. Kreisen got on top of the ball, so that goes as a K and a 2-3 for the putout. Ryan Pierce has fanned his first two batters. And here is Will Van Sickle, the Eagles' first baseman and number 6 hitter. Thursday night in the gym. The action begins at 5. Women's and men's basketball against Johnson University of Florida. Both games here on TBC Eagles. The pitch in the dirt. No, called a strike. Looked a little low from here, but umpire says it got the knees before it dipped down. Van Sickle, left-hand hitter, digs in. High shot towards center. It's going to hang up, however, on a well-struck ball off the bat of Will Van Sickle and had some curve to it as well. Rodwell Munoz stayed with it, tracked it down, and made the catch. The ball actually looked like it started to tail away from him. He readjusted and made a nice running catch to retire the side. Pierce fans 2 of the 3 hitters he faces in the 4th, and after 4, it's 5-0 Thomas. Eagles will send a new man to the mound to pitch the top of the 5th. Right-hander Ben Van Sickle, the brother of first baseman Will, both from Jacksonville's Paxson High School. And Ben Van Sickle takes over for Jordan Broden, who came on in relief last inning. Carson Uverard, the starting pitcher. Ben has made just 1 appearance so far, 2 1/3 innings. 3 earned runs, and he has a tough task to start things off here in the 5th. Jake Bryan has seen 3 pitches in 2 at-bats, and both swings of the bat, he put the ball deep over the left and center field fences. 3 home runs overall in this doubleheader, and the first pitch from Van Sickle swung on and missed, and a good off-speed pitch to start off the at-bat. Bryan looked like he was going for number 4 on the day on that swing, pulled off it, and the off-speed pitch had him way out in front. No balls and a strike, and the pitch, fastball, dips down into the dirt, evening the count at 1-1. I remember watching Ben last year. His balls do sink quite a bit. He has a lot of dipping action on his pitches. And here is the 1-1. Another drive, and this one is long gone, and that is the 3rd of the game for Jake Bryan and the 4th of the day. No doubt about it, Jake Bryan now with 4 runs driven in this ball game. I'm going to check. I think he had 3 RBIs in the first. Well, 2 on the 2-run homer, so 6 overall. And he is having himself a terrific afternoon and evening here in Jacksonville. Victor Torrero at the plate. He has twice hit fly balls caught in center field. And this one is a curveball on that inside corner again. Like we said earlier, these hitters need to start realizing that all the pitchers have gotten a couple of inches off that inside corner. Here comes the 0-1. High pop up, and this one is going to be well out of play. So Van Sickle well ahead of the hitter now. No balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander from the stretch, and the 0-2 swung on a miss. Ball hits the dirt. Almodovar will pick it up. Low throw, but dug out by Will Van Sickle, and that's out number 1. 2-3 on the final put out. 1 away. Base is empty. 1 run is in for the right fielder, Christian Sweat. He is nothing out of 2. Caught looking in the second and grounded out to the second baseman in the 4th. First pitch on the way, squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Even though it's in the zone, just like if you're ready to swing, you want to make sure it's a good pitch that you can lay that bunt down with. Early in a count, you don't absolutely have to put the ball in play if it's not to your liking. Here's the 0-1, swinging away this time, and he takes one a little bit off the plate, but called strike 2. Again, a whole lot of room in right center. Clayton Powell playing the hitter to pull. Here's the 0-2. Fastball, swing on, and a miss in the dirt. Almodovar is going to be close, but he makes the play. Another strikeout, 2-3. 2 outs, base is empty, 1 run in. And due up now is the catcher, Ethan Kreisen. He has grounded to short. He has also reached on an error and scored a run. Hit that ground ball that Hudson had to range far to his right. Had time to make the play, but to throw in the dirt. Kreisen eventually came around to score. Here is the pitch. A high pop foul, well out of play. And I don't think we're getting that one back. It looks like it's in the woods. Again, let the kids go chase it down. Sure, the parents will be glad to let the kids burn off that energy before they get back in the car tonight. No balls and a strike, and the pitch is low and outside. So the 1-1 coming from Ben Van Sickle. Right fielder Parker Laffrey now playing closer to the right field line, giving even more room in the right center field gap. And the pitch, and it looked like Kreisen was trying to go that way and plug that gap. A little late on the swing, however. It's 1-2. Van Sickle taking a long look in. Now ready from the stretch. 1-2. The pitch. Called strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. So after the leadoff homer, Ben Van Sickle comes back and strikes out 3 in a row. But Jake Bryan goes deep for the 4th time today, 3rd time in game number 2. And we go to the bottom of the 5th with Thomas leading 6-0. Bottom third of the batting order due up for the Eagles in the bottom of the fifth. Almodovar, Wharton, and Powell are the scheduled hitters facing Ryan Pierce, who has worked 1 inning of relief so far, struck out 2. Clayton Faircloth, the starter, 3 scoreless innings, and Pierce on in relief. Nighthawks got a run in the second, 4 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. 4 of those 6 runs all driven in by the 3 bombs off the bat of Jake Bryan. Almodovar is 1 for 1. He singled in the second, then his courtesy runner Xavier Delgado stole the base. So Almodovar ready to start the bottom half of the fifth. He also, a left-handed hitter, gets a lot of room in the right center field gap. Pierce throws hard. Here is the first pitch. Squared around, the bunt is down. Pitcher off the mound, but the umpire is going to call this one foul. Would have been a close play at first. Almodovar, even though he's a catcher, he can get down the line. I believe the ball might have hit the bat twice, and that's the reason for the foul ball. Good idea by Almodovar. Would have been a very close play at first. Center fielder Munoz now much more straight away on the left-handed hitter. Time called. Almodovar steps out of the box. Now he's ready. No balls and a strike. Pierce from the stretch delivers. Excellent changeup. Almodovar way out in front of that one, and now he's down. No balls, 2 strikes. Pierce ahead of the hitter, and here comes the 0-2. That one got the outside corner for strike 3, and there's one away. Pierce has fanned 3 of the 4 hitters he has faced. Josh Wharton at the plate. Flew out to right, his only trip so far. Pierce takes a long look in, now ready for the first pitch. And a fastball on the corner for a strike. Both Pierce and Faircloth have worked the edges of the plate really well. They haven't put too much over the middle. Here comes the 0-1. This curveball also in the zone for strike 2. Wharton might have been looking for the heater on that one. Pierce has a pretty good difference in speeds between his fastball and his off-speed pitches. That's exactly what you want from the right-hander. The 0-2 fastball misses low and away. Clayton Powell, the number 9 hitter, waiting on deck. And if the Eagles can get some men aboard, top of the order, due up afterward. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. This one fouled to the right side and out of play. So count remains 1-2. Eagles are going to be on the road quite a bit throughout this season. After Voorhees, they're going to play a lot of road games before they return home on March 21st. That's almost a month on the calendar. Swing and a miss. That is out number 2. Pierce has fanned 4 out of 5. And Clayton Powell is the scheduled hitter. He hit a very deep fly ball to right in the second inning, only to have Christian Sweat go back and track it down not far from the fence. First pitch from Pierce, a breaking ball, misses a little bit up and away. That was one of his harder breaking balls he's thrown tonight. One ball, no strikes. Top of the order, Kristen Amlong waiting on deck. Here's a 1-0, and this one is in the dirt. Two balls, no strikes. Thomas University, a member of that fantastic Sun Conference in the NAIA. Here's a 2-0, and this one misses low. They're going to have to deal with Southeastern University Friday night and twice Saturday afternoon. And Southeastern University Fire, they are dynamic in every sport they play. 3 balls, no strikes. That one right down the middle. Powell took a step, but not too intently. And he's back in the box with a count of 3-1. Pierce, long look in, and the pitch. That's a good fastball on the outside corner. He is looking to strike out the side. He got Almodovar and Wharton, and has a full count on Clayton Powell. Payoff pitch on the way. Ball 4, and that's the first base runner that Pierce has allowed. Kristen Amlong is the batter. He is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch in the first, called out on strikes in the third. Eagles have a runner aboard with 2 outs, batting in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 6-0. Powell, a good size lead off first, not excessive. Amlong digs in, the first pitch a little bit low. Now, Pierce has gone from the stretch with every batter, but this is the first time he has had to pitch with a runner on base. Powell got an extra step this time, and a breaking ball is a little bit high. Had some curve to it, but stayed upstairs. So Amlong ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Normally a very good contact hitter. Has some room in right center. And the pitch. That fastball right at the top of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Outfielders now playing a little more straight away. Here's a 2-1. High fly ball into right. That will hang up for Stewart, and that retires the side. Eagles get a 2-out walk, but nothing else. And after 5, Thomas leads 6-0. Brandon Dean now on the mound for Trinity Baptist College. Van Sickle allowed 1 run on 1 hit with 3 strikeouts in his 1 inning of work. That came in the 5th. We're in the top of the 6th, and Dean will face 9-1-2 Noah Patterson, Luis Martinez, and Rodel Munoz. Barring any pinch hitters. And Dean on the mound for the 2nd time. Got some action Friday night against Columbia International. It is 6-0. Thomas leads as we are ready to start the top of the 6th. Noah Patterson has walked, reached on an error, stolen a base, and scored a run. He's leading off here in the top of the 6th. Then the top of the order, Martinez, Munoz, and if anybody gets on, Toxin. Brandon Dean ready for his first pitch. Hard-throwing right-hander, and this one got away from him. Dean is a sophomore from Colquitt County High School in Moultrie, Georgia. Colquitt County known especially for their varsity football, but also has terrific baseball as well. That was a hard fastball, but missed outside. This young man can bring it. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's a 2-0, and this one, a really good hard fastball. Got that inside corner. 2-1. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Eagles in the bottom half of the inning. Here's a 2-1, and this one is a little too far inside. Count goes to 3-1. Dean from the stretch delivers and misses outside for ball 4. So the leadoff hitter, Martinez, due up. He has a base hit, a sacrifice bunt, and a walk to his credit. 1 for 1 officially. Has a leadoff man aboard at first. 3rd time tonight, Noah Patterson has been on base. This one gets away and will allow Patterson to take second. So Martinez now is a man in scoring position and an RBI opportunity. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Another fastball misses up and away. Center fielder Clayton Powell shading Martinez the other way by far. Huge gap to work with in right center. Dean working the hitter away but missing outside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. And this one is a little too high for ball 4, so the first 2 men draw walks. And the number 2 hitter, Rodwell Munoz, is at the plate. Time called. Pitching coach John Shiver heads out to the mound. So we'll pause here and resume in just a minute here on TBC Eagles. Rodwell Munoz at the plate. Got an RBI the hard way last time up, and this one gets away and will allow both runners to advance. Now goes a wild pitch, charge to Brandon Dean. Runners now at second and third. Nobody out. Started to say that Munoz, a bases loaded hit by pitch his last time up, brought home a run. Officially, he is nothing out of 2 with the RBI. Here's a pitch, and this one catches the outside corner. One ball, one strike. And the pitch, high and tight, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And that one misses inside, a little bit low to make it 3-1. First base is open. Here comes a 3-1. Swung on and missed. That'll fill up the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dean delivers. Ball 4 misses low and inside, and that loads up the bases. Brad Toxin, the third baseman, 0 for 1. Been on base twice, though, a walk and an RBI hit batsman. He followed Munoz in the 4th, both getting hit by pitches with the bases loaded. 6-0 Nighthawks, looking to tack on, nobody out, and a pitch. There's a good fastball in the zone, and a good take by Toxin. Pitcher just walked 3 men. He wants to make sure he gets pitches he wants to hit. Here's the 0-1. And this one is a little bit high. Count even at 1-1. Action in the Eagles bullpen. Can't see who it is. The dugout blocks the view of the mound. There's a pitch outside, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And here's a pitch. Hot shot into left field. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. And ball's bobbled a little bit in left, and that will allow 2 runs to score on the base hit by Brad Toxin. Patterson scores. Martinez follows. And it's 8-0 Nighthawks. Munoz will stop at second, and a 2-run single off the bat of Brad Toxin. Maury Gonzalez at the plate. He was grounded out, walked and scored, and flying out to left. The pitch is up high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And then this one misses low for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Gonzalez. And the pitch. Line drive. Gets through the glove of Hudson, and that's going to allow a run to score. Both runners will advance into scoring position. Gonzalez comes through, And it is 10-0 Nighthawks. Check that, 9-0. Munoz scores. Toxin goes first to third. And that'll be an RBI double for Mari Gonzalez. And it brings up Jake Bryan. Second and third, nobody out. We know what Bryan has done tonight. Brandon Dean with the first pitch, and this one misses low. Well, all three walks to open the inning have come in. And here is the pitch. This one, a good rip by Bryan, and he fouls it back. One ball, one strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and Bryan was looking to make it a 4-homer ball game on that swing. He has 4 overall in the doubleheader. One ball, two strikes. The pitch, this one got away, and the count is even at 2-2. Jake Bryan has 5 hits overall on the afternoon and evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball called strike 3. Well, 1 out. Runners are at second and third. Victor Terrero, the scheduled hitter, he trots up to the plate. 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts, and a strikeout. Terrero has 2 men in scoring position. And the first pitch from Brandon Dean is a little bit inside, almost got the batter. One ball, no strikes. And a pitch to Terrero. And that one got him, and that will load up the bases. So bases are loaded with 1 out. Christian Sweat due up next. Almodovar looks like he got the brunt of that blow. Still on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. Coach Copeland checking on his catcher. He may end up walking out to the mound. We'll see. There's been action in the bullpen, but first we want to make sure that Jordan's all right. I'm going to pause here, and we'll resume when the players are ready. It's 9-0 Thomas in the 6th. Ryan Heller takes over on the mound for the Eagles. He's inheriting the bases loaded with one out and 3 runs in here in the top of the 6th. Thomas leads 9-0. Ryan Heller making his second appearance. He has pitched 2 1/3 innings. He's allowed 1 earned run on 2 hits. He has walked 1 and struck out 3. Christian Sweat is the first scheduled hitter that Heller will face. Sweat has 3 men on base. He is 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a ground ball. So Sweat is ready. Ryan Heller ready to deliver his first pitch of the night. This one is fisted down the right side and caught just behind the bag by Will Van Sickle. No advance, and that's out number 2. So Heller throws 1 pitch, gets the out. And we're going to have a new batter for Thomas. Tyler Keaton at the plate. He's batting in the place of Ethan Kreisen. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And the pitch from Heller swung on and missed and blocked by Almodovar. He's all right. After that ball hit off the batter, Victor Terrero, he got a piece of Almodovar. He's okay, though. No balls and a strike on Tyler Keaton. Ryan Heller with the 0-1, a breaking ball, fastball rather, up and in. One ball, 1 strike. Keaton digs in. Here's the 1-1. Hot shot towards short. Hudson cannot corral it. Everybody's safe. That's going to be an error on the shortstop. Toxin scores, and it's 10-0. Gonzalez to third. Terrero to second. And Keaton aboard at first. No balls and a strike. Heller from the stretch delivers, and this one slapped foul to the right side. So the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Noah Patterson at the plate. He has walked twice, scored a couple of runs, reached on an error. Also has a stolen base to his credit. Here's the 0-2. Check swing and strike 3. Big inning for the Nighthawks. 4 runs and the bases left loaded, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 10-0 Thomas University. Bottom of the sixth coming up. Kai Hudson, Parker Laffery, and Kristen Draper are the scheduled hitters, and they're going to face a new man by the name of Brent Summers. This is a 6' 3" senior right-hander from Palatka, Florida. He is taking over for Ryan Pierce, who went 2 fantastic innings of scoreless ball. Ryan Pierce struck out 4 men in those 2 innings, walked 1, but did not allow anything else. Clayton Faircloth went 3 innings. Starting pitcher must go at least half the game to qualify for the win, so at this point it looks like Ryan Pierce will be the pitcher of record. Brent Summers beginning his first inning of work. Kai Hudson, scheduled hitter, but it won't be Hudson. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Xavier Delgado will bat in the place of Kai Hudson. We saw Delgado as a runner in Game 1. First chance to swing the bat tonight. One of our many new freshmen on the Eagles roster this year. Here's a first pitch, swung on and missed. Xavier, nothing out of 1 so far, but he has scored twice, doing some pinch running and courtesy running duties. Here's the 0-1. Hot shot off the glove and into left field, and that's a base hit for Xavier Delgado. Delgado hit that ball as hard as pretty much anyone except maybe Jake Bryan tonight. Well, Toxin went up for it, but that ball was so hard hit, it tipped off the end of his glove, and that's a base hit for Delgado. Only the second hit issued by Thomas pitching. Parker Laffery has a runner at first with nobody out. Good speed in Delgado. First pitch fastball from Summers is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike to Laffery, and this one is fouled back. I don't notice any changes in the field for Thomas University. They don't always tell us about the changes, but looks like everyone's still the same from what I can see. No balls, 2 strikes, swung on and missed. That is out number 1. Kristen Draper, the cleanup hitter, at the plate for the Eagles. He has a runner at first with 1 out. Here's the first pitch from Summers, and it's in there for a strike. These Nighthawks have some guys who can deliver the fastball. These guys throw hard. Here comes the 0-1. That one had a little movement on it. It looked inside but tailed back over the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And here comes a pitch from Summers. The 0-2 on the way. And this one missed inside, nearly got the batter. Delgado got a terrific secondary lead off first base. Outfield pretty much straight away, same on the infield. Draper with a count of 1-2, digs in, here's the pitch. And this one misses a little bit low and outside. Again, in case you missed it earlier, we talked about it a few times. The umpire has given all the pitchers good, generous inside corner, not so much on the outer half. Here's a 2-2, and this one slapped away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Summers from the stretch. And the pitch. This one is chopped, and it looked like it hit off the foot of Draper. Bryan starts out on the bag, but with a 10-run lead, they're going to focus a lot more on the batters. So Bryan, throughout the at-bat, has been allowing the Delgado to get a little bit extra on the secondary. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Runner at first. Base hit by Xavier Delgado. And the pitch in the dirt and blocked by the catcher. Ethan Kreisen re-entered. Tyler Keaton pinch hit for him, but that's Kreisen back behind the plate. Here's the 2-2. Pretty well hit fly ball towards center, and that's going to be tracked down by Rodwell Munoz. Draper hit the ball well, but out number 2. David Quevedo is 0 for 2. Grounded to short, went down on strikes. Game started off with a very fast pace, slowed down in the last inning and a half. Here's a first pitch to Quevedo, a big rip, but he comes up empty. No balls, one strike. Summers delivers and puts one down the middle for strike 2. Now the leadoff single, still at first, 2 outs later. And Summers trying to strand that runner right there. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Line drive down the right field line. That is going to be caught. A diving catch by Christian Sweat, robbing DQ of extra bases and possibly an RBI. Christian Sweat goes parallel to the ground and hauls that one in on the dive. The leadoff single, but nothing else for the Eagles. And after 6, Thomas leads 10-0. Michael Camacho has come in to play second base for Christian Draper. And now pitching for the Eagles, Logan Sizemore, who picked himself up a save Saturday afternoon in the Eagles' win over Columbia International. Appeared in both those ball games, did a really nice job. So Sizemore, first hitter he'll face is Luis Martinez. And the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Martinez walked and scored his last time up. 1 for 1 officially, a base hit, sack, bunt, and 2 walks. And this one dips down a little bit low to even the count at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, this one is fouled off to make it 1-2. Sizemore making his 3rd appearance, 1 2/3 innings overall. Just 1 hit, but nothing else. And again, he picked himself up a save on Saturday. Here's the 1-2. Chopper towards short. Throw over to first, a little high, but Van Sickle's able to make the play. That is Xavier Delgado now playing short. Kai Hudson got the start, played there most of the game. Delgado batted in the bottom of the 6th and makes a really nice play for out number 1. Munoz, a scheduled hitter. That's him at the plate. He also walked and scored his last time up. Top of the 7th, 1 out. Base is empty. Thomas leads 1-0, and Sizemore gets his first pitch curveball in there for a strike. Eagles will have Will Van Sickle, Jordan Almodovar, and Josh Wharton due up. Curveball stays a little bit inside to even it up at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, base is empty. Here is the pitch, and this one is fouled off. Sizemore from Jacksonville did a terrific job as the closer last year for Coach Copeland. Also played a little bit at South Georgia State College before transferring back to Jacksonville and Trinity Baptist last year. And he gets a strikeout. Logan Sizemore, a sophomore, gets the first 2 men he faces, and now the number 3 hitter and 3rd baseman Brad Toxin at the plate. Brad knocked in a couple of runs with a base hit his last time up. He has 3 RBIs in the ballgame. Here is the pitch, and a good slow curve. Catches the outside corner. Gonzalez waiting on deck, and if they keep the inning alive, Jake Bryan hopes to have 1 more chance. Well, we'll wait until March to see you, Jake. Here is the pitch, and this one misses outside. These 2 teams will meet again at Thomas University. That's going to be on March 24th. Toxin calls time. Sizemore steps off. Both gentlemen are now ready. The 1-1 on the way. And this one is foul tipped. I remember saying this a lot last year about Logan on the mound. He will change his arm angles just as well as he changes speeds. He doesn't like to give the hitter too much of the same look. He'll go over the top, from the side, 3/4, and even submarine once in a while. He'll change the look. Changes speeds effectively as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. Came from the side this time and pushed that one a little bit too far out of the zone. So 2-2. Base is empty, 2 outs. Sizemore ready, and the 2-2. That one tails outside, and we're full. Jalen Rivera letting us know you're watching. Xavier Delgado's a shortstop to answer your question. Thanks for letting us know on the top chat that you're watching us here on the live feed. Payoff pitch on the way, and this one is drilled toward the gap. That's going to get down and roll up against the fence. Toxin on his way to second with a double. So a 2-out double by Brad Toxin, and it brings up Mari Gonzalez. Brought home a run with a double of his own 1 inning ago. 2 outs, and Jake Bryan waits on deck. Sizemore checks the runner. And the pitch. Good fastball. Catches the outside corner, and that one had some good zigzag movement side to side. Eagles defense not holding the runner. That's allowing Toxin to get a good lead and a good secondary. And the pitch. Boy, did that one move like crazy and came back over the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Long look back at second. Now the pitch misses up high and away. One ball, 2 strikes. Powell in center playing the hitter to pull. Here's a 1-2. Tailing fastball, and the batter was able to foul it off. Gonzalez has been on base twice, a walk and a double. Scored a run, driven 1 in. Officially 1 for 3 in the ball game. Powell now shading the hitter away. Here comes the 1-2, and that one misses outside to even the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Top of the 7th, Thomas leads 10-0. The 2-2, high fly ball, right field. Should hang up for Laffrey, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Two-out double, but nothing else for the Nighthawks in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom half, 10-0 Thomas. New man on the mound for the Nighthawks, number 15, Sam Witkoff. He will face hitters 6, 7, and 8 for the Eagles. Will Van Sickle, Jordan Almodovar, and Josh Wharton are the scheduled 3. We're going to have a new batter, however. R.J. Falco will get an at-bat, batting for Will Van Sickle. So R.J. Falco getting his first hacks of the season. He's facing Sam Witkoff. And a first pitch swing and a miss. RJ grew up playing ball at Mandarin Athletic Association with Logan Sizemore, and my son Dean, who's normally our cameraman, also played with them in MAA as well. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes on RJ Falco. Dean will be back with us tomorrow evening for the softball doubleheader against Edward Waters College. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that is out number 1. Michael Davis will bat for Jordan Almodovar. One out, bases empty. Davis in the box facing Sam Witkoff. And the pitch, this one is fouled off. No balls and a strike. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Again, the Nighthawks brought a pretty good following down to Jacksonville with them. Wish you all a safe trip home. Here comes the 0-1 from Witkoff, and a breaking ball is in there for strike 2. Head coach of the Trinity Baptist College Eagles, Mr. John Copeland. Athletic director and men's basketball coach, Mr. John D. Jones. Breaking ball misses low and away. President of Trinity Baptist College, Mr. Mac Hevner, and the head pastor for Trinity Baptist Church, Dr. Tom Messer. Here's the 1-2, and a fastball misses upstairs. Two balls, 2 strikes. Witkoff ready, and the pitch, swing and a miss, and he has struck out the first 2 men he's faced. Eagles down to their final out. And we're going to have a batter for Josh Wharton. And here is the pitch, and this one misses up high. One ball, no strikes, and there's a strike. The 1-1, line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. Eagles get a 2-out hit. A couple of the jersey numbers changed. And we're going to have a new man at the plate. Thomas Burns getting his hacks. He'll be batting for Clayton Powell. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Runner at first, 2 men out. And the pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Count 1-1 on Thomas Burns. And the pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a pitch, swing, and a foul tip right into the mitt. Evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. This one misses low for ball 3. Top of the order, Kristen Amlong waiting on deck. Three-two, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner should be going on the pitch. Payoff pitch on the way. Runner goes, and ball 4 misses low and inside. So Amlong will get an opportunity with 2 men aboard, 2 outs. Amlong 0 for 2, hit by a pitch in the first. Runners at first and second. And here is the pitch. Fastball misses inside. One ball, no strikes. Sam Whitkoff delivers and gets a fastball over the zone for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Line shot foul, but out of play. So count 1-2, 2 outs, 2 men on base. Bottom of the 7th. Sam Whitkoff with the pitch, and this one misses low in the dirt and blocked by the catcher, Ethan Kreisen. Two balls, 2 strikes. And this one misses outside, so another payoff pitch with 2 outs should put the runners in motion. Thomas infielders all playing back. They'll let the Eagles get their jumps. 1 out left to get. There they go. And this one, ball 4, just miss hitting Amlong. And the bases are loaded. Xavier Delgado had a very hard line drive base hit. His only trip to the plate. That came in the 6th as he took over for Kai Hudson. RBI opportunity for Delgado. Aces are loaded, 2 outs, and a pitch taken upstairs for ball 1. Whitkoff struck out the first 2, then allowed a base hit and a couple of walks, and he gets a swinging strike to even up the count. One and one. Whitkoff from the stretch, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. A good hard fastball. And it's 1-2. And now Whitkoff will try to end this without the run scoring. The 1-2, curveball taken on the inside corner, and that's the ball game. Final score, Thomas University 10, Trinity Baptist College nothing. Thomas sweeps the doubleheader, winning game 1 12-0. Winning pitcher Ryan Pierce in relief. Faircloth started but did not go the required 4 innings of a 7-inning game, so Pierce gets the win with 2 innings pitched, allowing 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. And again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. For head coach John Copeland, athletic director John D. Jones, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.